Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing my first ever Scentsy haul. I have received Scentsy before in giveaway wins and I have enjoyed what I received, so I decided to place an order during one of their spontaneous sales. I'm not a Scentsy consultant, so I ended up going through Terry's link, and that's Terry on YouTube at Terry Smell Goods. Her link is smellgoodsinside.scentsy.us. I'll leave that linked in the description box in case you're interested and don't already have a Scentsy consultant. So anyways, I was not familiar at all with any of the fragrances, so it was kind of sudden, spur of the moment. But now thinking back, there was a scent that I think people were, mentioning in a post later on from another YouTuber. I think it was like Pink Haze that sold out quite quickly. Quite quickly? That sounds kind of odd. It sold out quickly. So I regret not getting that one. I do have one duplicate that hopefully it works out. These are all blind buys, so we'll see. I know that one of the ones that I got to spoil it, I guess, is strawberry lemon cake, I believe. And I believe in Terry's recent videos, she had mentioned that it didn't really perform well for her. So let's see. And I was a bit surprised that it came in a poly mailer and not a box, just because I don't know, there's not much padding besides the poly mailer. Okay, so let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. All right, cool, everything's there. And then I do have a copy of my invoice. Yeah, looks good. Okay, I did print out the scent notes, but they're all kind of jumbled up. Let me go on to the one that I think is a duplicate, which is this one. So I ended up picking 2 Cutiepie Cupcakes, and that's because I believe that the fragrance notes were very like citrus plus gourmand centric. So the fragrance notes, the Cutiepie Cupcake, are sweet clementine, yellow cake batter, vanilla, and sugary icing. So okay, let me go ahead and put this label right here. All right, that's kind of crooked, and let me go ahead and smell the bar. All right, so this is definitely heavy on the gourmand aspect because the yellow cake batter is really dominating this. Not so much the icing. I feel like that might come out a little bit more, but there is a bit of a glaze scent to it. But the clementine note, it's slightly tart, which makes sense because I believe clementine is a type of mandarin. So it's not just like pure juicy sweetness. There is like a little edge to it. I really like this one. I'm glad I got 2. As far as how strong it is on cold, I'd maybe say it's a solid, I would say solid medium. It's not overly strong and it's not light either. So that is Cutiepie Cupcake. All right, so I did get a Disney bar. So this one was slightly more expensive in, oh boy, let's see. I believe that this one, I forgot to write down one fragrance note. So it was, I believe, grapefruit, juicy clementine, and sugared vanilla. If you can tell, I really like citrus fragrances. And this one has a really pretty like red color. So this one smells a bit stronger than Cutiepie Cupcake, which makes sense because this one I think is more fruit forward. It reminds me so much of like juicy fruit or some type of gum, like when you're chewing the gum and you're getting that aroma and then you blow a bubble. Yeah, and I'm really happy that the grapefruit in here isn't coming across to my nose as like super bitter or super sour. I really like it. This is so fun. I totally would enjoy another one of these, but I'll enjoy the bar that I have. Yeah, and it is sweet, but more in like of a candy, almost like a taffy type of a scent. Ooh, yeah, really enjoyed that one. For this one, I don't know if I should reprint this or just add grapefruit somewhere. I think I'll just go ahead and maybe reprint it and put it in the back so I don't mess up the cute little like Mickey in the front. So I'll leave that in the back and maybe just with the permanent marker write grapefruit. All right, and my wild card, quote unquote, for this order was Gleeful Grape because I do enjoy grape fragrances, but I know sometimes it could become a little bit like medicinal to me because when I was younger, instead of getting a lot of the cherry cough syrup, I got a lot of the grape. I think it was like Robitussin or something. Ooh, did not like that. But the fragrance notes really appeal to me. They are juicy grape, raspberry leaf, and berries. So super excited to see how this goes. Let me go ahead and put this in the front since there's no little like licensing or trademark logo. And it's this very pale, I would say like almost lilac-ish color. Here's how it looks like. Yeah, so this does come across to my nose as a children's grape cough medicine. But strangely enough, I don't hate it because there's almost a slight bit of a body care scent to it. I'm wondering if it's coming from that like leaf note. What is it? Raspberry leaf. Perhaps, because I know that for sure Bath and Body Works uses a lot of raspberry fragrance notes in their body care, so maybe that's why I'm linking this to a body care fragrance. I'm curious how it will perform on warm, but it definitely does not smell like a grape pixie sticks or like grape Welch juice or anything like that. Or yeah, I'm intrigued, but I don't love this, but I don't hate it. All right, the next one that I chose was Strawberry Lemon Cake. I recently saw Terry's video, and I believe that this is the one that's giving her issues, and I don't know if maybe she took it out of her club. And that kind of makes me think that they might be selling people's like bars that they're taking out of their club. I don't know. It's kind of like a little bit of a conspiracy theory right now. But anyways, yeah, fresh strawberries, lemon zest, and vanilla buttercream. So let me see. Hopefully this isn't light, but there's how it looks like in the back. Okay, so this one is definitely on the lighter side. I would give it more of like a 5 or a 4 out of 10. It does remind me of strawberry pound cake. The lemon note, I don't really pick that up. Oh, okay. It's in the back of the clam. It's very, very light. I feel like that would kind of disappear when I go to warm it. But I do like strawberry pound cake, so I mean, I wouldn't say it's a dupe, but it's very similar to that fragrance family. So okay, don't have much hope for this one, but I do enjoy the scent. The next one that I chose is Raspberry Lollipop, fragrance notes, raspberry puree, crystallized sugar, and vanilla extract. Very pretty color and packaging as well. All right, this is going to sound a little bit weird, but this almost reminds me of like Barbie doll plastic heads leaning a bit. While at the same time, I also am transported to either Disneyland or Six Flags, where they would have those really massive, hard lollipops that are predominantly white. I believe they have different swirls in them. I always liked how they looked, but I never really liked how they tasted. The raspberry, it's really hard for me to detect it. I'm mainly just getting this like crystallized sugar note with, I mean, I guess a bit of vanilla, but it doesn't smell like the vanilla extract that I use. That's a little bit more pungent or potent. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I would say that this, along with Gleeful Grape, Gleeful Grape is towards the bottom of my which ones I like list from this order. So the last Scentsy bar that I picked up is Confetti Party. The fragrance notes are powdered sugar, green apple, fresh and citrusy kiwi. So the packaging, it looks kind of weird, and the color is definitely not really appealing. I mean, I can kind of see where they're going with green apple and kiwi, but let me see. I'm holding my breath for this one. Ooh, I'm happy. I like this one. So I thought this was going to lean a little bit more like a cake for some reason, similar to how Cutiepie Cupcake is, where it's like a yellow cake batter or something. But no, this reminds me more of candy, specifically like the green Laffy Taffy or like the green Jolly Ranchers. I'm getting a good mixture of the green apple and the kiwi. They're not overly tart or anything, but this is definitely smells like candy to me, which I do enjoy. All right, so those were the Scentsy bars that I picked up. Let me rank them in order from most favorite to least favorite. Okay, so here's everything that I picked up from the Scentsy flash sale. I'm really happy that the one I like the most, I got 2 of, and that is Cutiepie Cupcake. Very heavy on the cake gourmand aspect, followed by the Disney bar in Oh Boy. Then it is Confetti Party. And I would say that strawberry lemon cake, I enjoy the scent, but it does smell a bit light. So I don't know if that will perform well or not. It might just be like a very light fragrance. And then tied for last would probably be Raspberry Lollipop and Gleeful Grape, just because the grape one reminds me a little bit of like grape children's cough medicine. And Raspberry Lollipop, it just smells a little bit odd to me, like plastic doll hair a little bit, but like not in the type of way that I want to continue to smell that in my room. So yeah, overall, I think this was a pretty successful haul. I'm excited to test these out, and I kind of regret not getting pink haze now because I hear that's one of people's favorites, but that's besides the point. I don't plan to place any more orders, fingers crossed, for Scentsy until I finish up these. But yeah, let me know if you see any favorites or if you have any experience with the bars that I mentioned. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.